Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the licensing panel virtual hearing. We'll begin by doing a round of introductions. My name's Councillor Amanda Pinnock. I'm chair of the licensing panel. I'll move over to my colleagues. Councillor Lyons.
I'm Councillor Terry Lyons.
Councillor Taylor.
Good morning, my name's Councillor Kath Taylor.
Thank you. The council's legal representative.
Good morning, my name's David Stickley. I'm a solicitor and I'm here to give the panel any legal advice if they require it.
Licensing officer.
I'm Jordan Barrett, I'm licensing officer.
The licence holder won't be attending. Objectors from West Yorkshire Police.
Good morning, it's Richard Woodhead from West Yorkshire Police.
And West Yorkshire Joint Services.
Hello, I'm Jason. I'm a Trading Standards Officer on the illicit tobacco team at West Yorkshire Joint Services.
Thank you. Are you here with your colleague, Lisa Harrison? We can't hear you, Lisa. You're on mute.
Hi, I'm Lisa Harrison. I'm a trainee Trading Standards Officer at West Yorkshire Joint Services.
Thank you. So just to confirm that this meeting is webcast and recorded. We'll start by going through the agenda very quickly. So minutes of the previous meeting that was held on the 19th of April, 2021. I attended that. I think I was the only one out of the panel members who attended. So I can say those are a true record. Any interest to declare, Councillor Lyons?
None, Chair.
Councillor Taylor?
No, nothing, Chair.
Thank you. Admissions of the public. This has been webcast. Any deputations or petitions?
None received, Chair.
Thank you. Right, we'll launch straight into the main reason as to why we're here. And it's in respect of an application for review hearing under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003 in respect of the Polski Scallop situated at 10 Broadway House, Foundry Street in Dewsbury. We will begin by asking the licensing officer, please, to outline the review.
Thank you, Chair. On the 24th of March 2021, West Yorkshire Police made an application for the review of the premise licence under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003. The applicant believes that the following licensing objectives are not being met. These are the prevention of crime and disorder and public safety. For details of the grounds of the review are contained in the attached review application at Appendix A. The background is on the 11th of March 2021, the shop known as Polski Scallop, 10 Broadway House, Foundry Street, was found to have over 75,000 illegal cigarettes, along with 272 50-gram pouches of tobacco. The approximate value of the illegal tobacco products would have a retail value of £43,667 for the cigarettes and £7,017 for the tobacco, giving the total retail price of £50,681. There was also a hidden compartment with approximately £10,000 in notes concealed in the staircase. West Yorkshire Police have submitted all the findings in the review application, which also should include a statement from the police officers. This includes statements from trading standards. This can be seen at Appendix A. The current licence PR brackets A 1682 was issued on the 30th of August 2018 and can be seen at Appendix B. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll move on to the questions then. So I have a question. So I understand you tried to contact the DPS about these proceedings today and you weren't successful at the time the application was put together. Have you received a response now?
No, still no response.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from my colleagues? Councillor Lyons?
None, thank you.
Councillor Taylor?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Right, okay. So we'll move on to, well, the licence holder is not here, so unfortunately there's no representations or any questions that can be put. We'll move on to the objectors then, beginning with West Yorkshire Police. Could you outline your review, please?
Good morning, everybody. Can I just say to start with, we did serve notice to the DPS. We also served notice to the premise licence holder, and we've also hand delivered papers to the shop as well in Dewsbury. So there's no excuse for them not to attend today. West Yorkshire Police have called this review because we believe the activities that carried out within the shop have impacted heavily on the crime and disorder and the public safety licensing objectives. On Thursday, the 11th of March 2021, a joint partnership operation was put in place between Trading Standards and West Yorkshire Police. Trading Standards had received intelligence that named shops in Dewsbury were selling illegal products. As a result of this information, they carried out a test purchase in the area. The shop in question, Polski Sklep, failed the test purchase on the 8th of March 2021 by selling a packet of 20 Richmond cigarettes to Trading Standards officer Lisa Harrison for the value of £4.50. In February 2021, West Yorkshire Police have also been informed by a member of the public that illegal cigarettes had been sold from this shop. Of the 4 shops visited on the 11th of March 2021, only one of them was a licensed premises, that being Polski Sklep, which is 10 Broadway House, Foundry Street. This shop had by far the greatest amount of illegal tobacco products being stored and available for sale. The partnership agencies entered the shop and requested no customers enter the store while the search was being carried out. A specialist tobacco dog was used to search the premises. On entering the storage area, the dog indicated to a rack of shelving where a trap door was located in the lower left-hand side of a false wall. This has been shown on the photograph and is listed as Exhibit RW1. Behind the false wall in the storeroom were a number of other rooms. In the first room was a drain pipe style chute that went from the upper floor down into the shop area, and this then ended up in a drawer that was behind the counter serving in the shop. These have been exhibited as photograph KJJ1, KJJ2 and KJJ3. In a further room was also a large amount of illegal tobacco products, and this has been listed as Exhibit KJJ4. It is believed that the chute system was worked by a person upstairs listening remotely to the shop CCTV from their phone. A customer had entered into the shop and asked for a certain packet of cigarettes or tobacco. The item was then dropped down the chute and it ended up in the drawer behind the till. Pardon me. Exhibit KJJ3 shows a number of cigarette sleeves that were sent down by the Trading Standards officers to see how the chute worked. No person was found in these rooms behind the false walls, but after surveying the area, it transpired that from these rooms there was access to the Central Cafe 8 Broadway House, Foundry Street, Dewsbury. On this date, the cafe was not open, but a push bar style fire exit door, which the police and Trading Standards believed was used to exit the upstairs area when the initial search took place. As well as the illegal cigarettes, there was approximately £10,000 cash found in a secret compartment on the stairwell going upstairs to the stockroom. This has been seized under the Money Laundering Act and further investigations are still being carried out. When a final count of the illegal tobacco products were carried out, it became apparent that some were non-duty paid, brought in from the continent. However, the vast amount are counterfeit. It is illegal to sell non-duty paid tobacco products in the United Kingdom. The packets do not carry the correct health warnings. All warnings are not written in English. And the act of selling non-duty paid products evades the treasury of much needed funds in this current economic climate. The act of selling counterfeit cigarettes, though, does go much further. Not only does it remove finances from the UK government, but it's a major health risk to the people who buy these products. The substances used to bulk out substandard tobacco does range greatly, none of which is fit for use by the tobacco industry. The packaging does not carry the relevant health warnings, and the price makes smoking more affordable and can encourage younger people to start smoking. The final amount seized from this shop was counterfeit non-duty paid cigarettes, was 3,798 packets of 20 cigarettes, which comes out at a total of 75,960 cigarettes of the various brands, including the Richmond brand. There was also 272 50-gram pouches of hand-rolling tobacco. The total amount of illegal stock found in the shop comes to approximately £50,000. Further details are in the statement of the Trading Standards Officer, Lisa Harrison. When the stock had been collated, ready to transport to Trading Standards headquarters, the shop looked more like a duty-free lounge of an international airport terminal as opposed to a small convenience shop in Dewsbury. At the time of the visit, the designated premises supervisor, Mr. Jabbar, with a home address in Stoke-on-Trent, was not present. At the time of preparing this review, we have not been able to contact him as licensing and West Yorkshire Police have no contact telephone number for him. A letter has been sent to his home address requesting that he contact either West Yorkshire Police or Kirklees licensing as a matter of urgency. The owner and staff working in this shop have absolutely no regard for UK law, and their customers safely by selling such products. West Yorkshire Police feel that the only option really the panel should be considering is revocation. Further legal action will be taking place to those involved. West Yorkshire Trading Standards have an ongoing investigation with a view to a prosecution. However, the removal of the alcohol licence is a measure the panel can put in place to show that Kirklees Council will not tolerate such illegal activities that are a definite health risk to the health of the residents of Kirklees. And these illegal sales also hinder the sales of shopkeepers who do not break the law. They're in a difficult place at the moment, and they try to uphold the law by selling duty-paid cigarettes. And that panel today is West Yorkshire Police's representations.
Thank you. I have a question, so we'll move to questions now. I can see from the papers that have been put together that the license was granted in 2018. Are you aware of any incidents that have happened between 2018 and the present besides this incident?
There has been, there was a robbery, I think, in about 2019. I haven't access to it, but I remember reading there was a robbery one evening when the shop was closed, where approximately £4,500 worth of stock was stolen from the shop. But apart from that, councillor, I'm afraid I can't help you any further.
Okay, thank you. I'll move to my colleagues then. Councillor Lyons, do you have any questions?
None whatsoever. It's clear cut. Thank you.
Councillor Taylor?
No, nothing, Chair. It seems very, very clear.
Thank you. So we'll move on to any other licensing authority then who would like to make representations in respect of this. And I understand that West Yorkshire Joint Services are here to make representations. So Jason, Bethel, are you speaking first? Jason, are you with us? Or is it your colleague, Lisa Harrison?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you, yes.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'd just like to confirm a few points that Richard Woodhead has raised, that this is not minor crime, this is serious organised criminality. A lot of the products were counterfeit, totally unregulated. The ones that weren't are smuggled from Russia, basically, across Europe by criminal gangs, making vast amounts of money. The government admits that the cost to the Treasury is in excess of £2.5 billion in the loss of excise duty. The packet of cigarettes that was purchased, the normal retail price is about £10.50. £6 of that is excise duty, which is clearly not being paid. Generally, legitimate retailers in the area generally make about 5%. So on a sale of £10, they'll make about 50p. These illegal retailers are making about 3 times that, about £1.50 per packet, and selling at less than half the retail price. So selling vast amounts that genuine retailers cannot compete with. And I just ask you, if you were running the shop nearby, sort of thing, how you'd feel about this going on in your town. But that's all I'd like to say, if that's okay.
Lovely. Okay, so we'll move to the questions then. I've got a question. So in the paperwork, it mentions that you targeted 4 shops in total, this one being one of them, based on intelligence that you'd received. Is there any link between the other shops?
No, I believe that they're all involved in organised crime. So it's the main suppliers that are bringing the goods in that have links to the shops, but we can't link any persons running them. There was another good seizure from the room above the shop at one of the other premises, and a 2 were draw blank. But they are quite clever, really. They don't hold it in the shop, as in this case, a chute is used for the room above that we normally struggle to find the access to, or they bring it in from a car nearby, as it's required.
Thank you. And you say that in the papers it talks about an ongoing investigation with a view to prosecution. How are you getting on with that, and how confident do you feel that you will get a conviction?
The investigation is ongoing. It's been limited because of the where the goods were found was on a corridor to the next adjoining premises, so we need to speak with them, but the premises have been shuttered up. It's closed at the moment. So it has been limited. We've also got the problem that, as with all of these shops, every bill sort of thing accountable to it is in a different name. So the license is in one name, it's rented in one name, the business rate is in a different name, the electricity is in a different name, and it's done deliberately to frustrate a prosecution. So the inquiries are ongoing, and we'll see. But most we don't end up prosecuting just to the lack of resources we've got to put the prosecution together.
Thank you. So I'll move to my colleagues then. Councillor Lyons, you've got a question?
No, it's quite damning, thank you.
Okay. Councillor Taylor?
No, nothing.
No, okay. Right then, so we will, I should have asked the licensing officer if they have any questions actually of West Yorkshire Police or West Yorkshire Joint Services.
No, none, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we'll move to summing up then. So, licence officer, is there anything additional you want to say?
No, nothing additional really, just to give a brief overview. West Yorkshire Police and Trading Standards on the 11th of March found a large number of illegal cigarettes and cash stored in hidden compartments in the premise. It is down to the panel to either modify the conditions of the premise licence, exclude the licensable activities from the scope of a licence, remove the designated premise supervisor, suspend the licence, or to revoke. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Richard Woodhead, would you like to sum up?
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to say that I really hope that you consider revocation as the only option on this, because it needs to send the message out that we cannot be tolerated in the Kirklees area, and it also offers support to legitimate business owners as well. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And West Yorkshire Joint Services, would you like to sum up or give any closing comments?
Just that this isn't a matter of sloppy business practices. Something that we could work with the store to improve and get better with. This is organised. This is crime. Offences against the Trademarks Act and Fraud Act are being committed to make profit, to make money, by committing crime, basically. So I just urge the council to consider revocation, seriously consider revocation, which I feel would be the only way of stopping criminal activity.
Okay, so thank you to everyone for their submissions and input in respect of this. Myself and my 2 colleagues will now need to go away, consider and deliberate our decision on what should happen. I would direct everyone to watch the webcast for the decision, and also to confirm that once the decision is made and stated in the webcast, a letter will be sent out to the licence holder about our decision. So colleagues, if we can move to the chat then, there should be a link there that will take us to our deliberating room, and then we can have a discussion about what we want to do. Good morning again, everyone. The panel were asked to consider a review of a licence under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003 in respect of the Polski Sklep situated at 10 Broadway House, Foundry Street in Dewsbury. We've heard representations and information from various interested parties. The panel has now had an opportunity to consider the information that's been provided. And the panel have indicated the following, that given the seriousness of the alleged crime committed and the fact that this is an extreme case and that we need to send out a very clear message to the wrongdoers, given that the tobacco is mixed with something putting the public's lives at risk, and given that no response has been received from requests made from West Yorkshire Police and the West Yorkshire Joint Services, and that we haven't had an opportunity to hear an account from the licence holder, we have taken the decision to revoke the licence. So thank you everyone for attending. The decision will be sent out in writing, and have a nice day.
Can I just thank yourself, Chair, and thank the panel for reaching that decision.
Thank you.